Welcome to the R.A.W Knowledge Center, and in this tutorial we're going to walk you through the process of installing your new R.A.W chassis system to your air rifle. Before we begin any work on our air rifle, we'll want to make sure that the magazine has been removed and that your air rifle is unloaded. Safety should always be a #1 concern when completing any maintenance or handling an air rifle. To begin with, you're also going to want to assemble the appropriate tools, and to complete this job we're going to need two tools. One is a 5/32 Allen wrench and the other is a 3/16 Allen wrench. We'll go ahead and set those off to the side. The first step is going to be removing the air tank and stock that you currently have mounted on your air rifle. If you're unfamiliar with this process, you'll go ahead and want to pause the video here and head over to the Knowledge Center and watch a tutorial on how to remove your air rifle stock. Now, beginning, we're going to go ahead and start by picking up the chassis. You'll notice that on the back half of the chassis we have a buffer tube, a castle nut, and then also a back plate. In front of the back plate you're going to notice a Allen wrench looking like screw, and this is a hammer spring adjustment that is built right into the chassis system. Before we talk about any of those things though, we're going to go ahead and want to separate the back half from the front half of the chassis system, and that's going to be done using a 3/16 Allen wrench and inserting it into the single screw that attaches the two. Now, as you undo this, you're going to want to remove that screw completely. As it comes out, you'll notice that there's also a washer that is attached there. Set those off, and then you can go ahead and slide the two directly apart. You'll notice the back plate does have a little protrusion there that helps to connect and keep everything stable. So go ahead and slide that out. Set the back to the side, and then we're going to go ahead and pick up our action. We'll set the action on its back, making sure not to scratch anything. You'll notice the fill port and the manometer will rotate. We can go ahead and rotate those into the appropriate position, and then install the front half of the chassis, which should slide right over the action. The two are connected by a single bolt. You'll need a 5/32 Allen wrench to attach the two. Go ahead and stick the screw in there. Tighten it up by turning it clockwise. Now, snug it up, and you should have the front half of the chassis is now attached to the action. We need to go ahead now and attach the back half of the chassis again, so flip the air rifle over. You'll then slide the back half of the action in, and you'll notice that that hammer spring adjustment piece may need just a little tweaking so it can slide into the hammer spring adjustment screw, and then you'll take your bolt and the washer, slide it on in, and then you're going to go ahead and tighten it all the way up until it's snug. The final step in the chassis installation is to replace your air bottle. So your air bottle, make sure that the O-ring is not dented or scraped and is ready to go. You can go ahead and slide that directly through the opening of the chassis into the manometer and the fill port piece. Go ahead and screw that in a counterclockwise position until you see the manometer show or read pressure. There you go. Make sure it's snug in there. Now, your chassis system is installed. You're going to go ahead and want to adjust it to fit you appropriately. On the bottom half of the buffer tube, you'll notice that there is another Allen screw, and that can be adjusted by unscrewing and screwing it back into any of the number of plates or holes that are here. And then you can further adjust this stock by using the micro adjuster. You can push this piece in, and you'll notice that the back half of the stock will bump out or push in according to what you need. Now, on the other side of that, you'll notice once you have it in place, you can lock that down right here or loosen it. And then finally, you have your cheek riser. Your cheek riser will allow you to get the perfect head position on your scope, and that can be raised or lowered using this screw here. Now, for you left-handed people out there, including myself, you'll notice that there are two screws on the left-hand side of the stock. This will allow you to change the position of the screw if you find it to be in the way. You'll go ahead and unscrew those in flip positions. Well guys, that's all there is to installing your new chassis system. To help you get the most out of your purchase, make sure to watch all the video tutorials in the R.A.W Knowledge Center.